Yo, what's up, boys? I'll leave to the airport in about 2 hours-ish. So I was actually able to trade this morning, and I got a really nice trade on NQ. So let's go over that. Let's go over the framework here. So on NQ, it's a little cooked, right? Because these there's no SMT. I wouldn't really. I mean, there technically is SMT here. Like if I go on like ES, for example, and there's like technically SMT here, right? But it's not hyperbole at all. It's literally just consolidation that we're in because this SMT gets printed, when does this get printed? Like Wednesday, as you can see, like right here, and then it just breaks. See, like double sweeping, like even though technically this is holding, this SMT is holding, it's not really any hyperbole SMT at the low. So there's like no established really reversal that we're going off of necessarily, because you can see this failure swing gets printed today. So price opens low first. It opens low and comes really close to this low, right? Um, you can see over here on YM, this SMT not really relevant. It's not really an SMT actually. It's just like a sweep of a relevant low on YM. But what it is a Kraken correlation with the current low of day, right? So you can see here technically is the Kraken correlation right here, right? And this manipulation is then confirmed by a strength switch. So this is what I really more so cared about, right? Was actually this manipulation being confirmed by a strength switch. When you look at this range here as well, this is really nice. And if you like manipulate a low and have a two-stage, and the opposing side of that manipulation is just a bunch of failure swings, that's always a great recipe for a trade. So you can see the hive day is also 1800. That's really good too. 1800 hive day over here as well. And this also helped where the hive day, when we manipulated over here, the strongest asset had also not even taken out this high. So there's no established high of the day at this point on NQ. So now we're forming an established low day potentially with some form of SMT, right? You can see ES over here, which is, wait, what the fuck? Yeah, okay, I was about to say, dude, like, what the hell? Yeah, that was not the case. I thought it just fucking expanded, but no. That was, it played a candle before. But you can see ES over here also respecting this gap here, right? But look at YM right here with this 15-minute candle closure. Boom. So the first sign of a strength switch happened at the 9:30 close, right? So this asset expanded lower into this low. It created a bullish candle. This one created a bearish one. So this is your first sign of a potential strength switch for all assets to start to expand higher, because this asset is high, more so like high in the range, not below the low of the day. This asset is obviously below the low of the day. So you kind of have that space out SMT in a sense. As you can see, pretty much have that space out SMT. This asset's in EQ. This asset's way down here. Even though they're not the same lows, it's kind of awkward for sure. But we get the strength switch, and you can just tell you're going to form a two-stage here because this asset here, this PSP is closing near the previous candle's low, so it's going to sweep it out probably, right? Where this asset does not sweep it out, right? Because it's closing way far away from the previous candle's low. So as you can see, it easily creates that strength switch there. So as this candle is pretty much printing this candle here, is where I enter. So I pretty much am forced to enter the lower time frame here. So because the 5-minute CC is really far away, the 3-minute CC is the same thing. So if I waited for that, I mean, my draw liquidity is here. So I mean, I'm not getting a little RR, right? So I have to go to the 1-minute/2-minute. Whether you take the 1 minute here, which would be kind of risky. I mean, the 1 minute, pretty risky in my opinion. So I just go to the 2-minute. I'm just looking for displacement, like a gap. Like that's all I want to see, dude. That's exactly what we get right here. So this is what I enter on. Just like that. TP right up here for about 5.2 R. And yeah, as simple as that. Now you're gonna see that I enter this trade at about 9:54. So 10 a.m. is just around the corner. So this 30-minute candle, very large wick, you can already see that it's likely going to close a PSP. That is because within it, you have a strength switch already. So it's already valid to enter. It's valid to enter this reversal candle because, again, you have the key level, you have the strength switch. Like strength switching is just that good, guys. Like, it's fucking crazy. So that's what I enter on, dude. And the 90-minute wick is pretty large, especially on like YM, for example, and pretty large on NQ. So I didn't really expect it to get up here within this time window, within the first 30 minutes of the 10 a.m. candle. I thought maybe 10:30 would probably get there. So I was really expecting to trade more of a waiting for like, or basically trading a reversal candle, 10 a.m. maybe come up here or something, and then 10:30 finish the job off. We had some weird spike, like volatility. I don't know what it was, but like, look, boom, like huge expansion, dude. That shit was crazy. So that finished off the job. Here's my executions. And there's a lot of trades that you could have possibly taken. So this is my trade. Like I said, I went 3 contracts, so I made a decent amount here. Pretty goated, pretty goated. Been a minute since got something nice at indices, so that was pretty good. What else, boys? What else? Oh yeah, here's a code to give away. Let me not forget that. Boom. There you go. 50K Lucid accounts. Y'all gotta be quick, because motherfuckers redeem that shit quick as hell. But what else? Oh yeah, gold was pretty decent too. Now on the daily, I'm not sure if there's really any like, yeah, I mean, not really, man. Not really any like context to like why it's going higher necessarily. It's just the profile was somewhat decent, I believe, right? It's kind of like NQ low-key, where we kind of like V-shape, and then we have this gap here. It's literally the same thing, essentially. Especially over here, like you V-shape, you have like this gap here. Does we have an SMT fill there? 2 o'clock. No SMT fill there. But price simply forms this gap here. Yeah, this 9 o'clock gap. You see this is a 9 o'clock low is the fair value gap high. And we take that out right there. You have an SMT fill there. So maybe this could be like continuation, right? You can see you get a nice little close right there. That could maybe be a trade idea. This is like straight up consolidation. I don't think this like move lower was, it was really obvious that we want to go lower because you have the equal lows, but the high of day here, I don't see any SMT that's valid or anything like that. Now, if you go on micros, apparently there is SMT here, but I still think it's with a failure swing or something like that. So it's like whatever, not really my favorite. So, but yeah, it's kind of like a, again, 1800 high of day pretty much. So with this being a reversal day, like you can technically target up here. That's like your max TP really. So that's like a potential trade, but I like this one the most. I was actually watching this here on RB. So check out RB, dude. It opens at first. It's this daily gap. This daily gap here. So you have an SMT here because one of these assets being CL does not hit it, and this is like viewed as a strength switch potentially to go and catch up to here, right? That could be an idea. And the high of day is also a strength switch because the high of day here, well, the high of day here on the stronger asset closes bearish with 6 o'clock, and this candle closes bullish. You see that? So that's a strength switch, right? And when you look inside of this previous candle here, the C2 candle, you have an hourly gap. You have an hourly gap here. So this could have been an idea to look for universal sequence to the 1800 low or whatever, all these objectives, right? But price was so quick that it doesn't give you opportunity. So price literally, again, I don't know why all assets did that. probably Trump or some shit. Kind of sent that shit lower, but yeah, that was an idea that looked pretty good because here you can see that we do get that SMT fill there, so it was valid if you got an entry. So, but yeah, that's pretty much gonna be my day. I'm gonna not trade probably much on vacation. I actually don't know, like I said, but this is definitely my last trade for today. Definitely gonna be traveling all day and be at the airport and all that. So yeah, guys, that's my day. I want to do a quick recap before I leave, and yeah, you guys take care and good luck trading.